Well, howdy everyone, Cowy, your average sim racer here. I think we're up to round 9 or 10 now for the third season in 2023. And we are at Willow Springs. This is a new track for most of us. I did do a couple of races here for Sim Racing World, SRW, in the last week or so. So that hopefully means I've got something to show you guys here. Now, it's only a short lap, but again, pay attention to the lines that I'm trying to drive and the braking zones that I'm looking for as I'm doing the slow out lap, because it's exactly what you're trying to do in the race. Alright, now this race lap starts a fair way back. I think you could probably try and optimize your exit of the last turn, but I'm going to treat it like I would on a full lap. So it's flat out through here. Now this last corner is probably one of the hardest corners I've encountered for a while to find a real good braking marker. I'll just lift a little there. We're going to brake about now and try and go back to fourth, and it's all about trying to line up a really good tight run so you can be accelerating through there and really carry as much speed as possible down this first straight. Now here I'm looking to brake at the third pole of the fence on the left from the end, and we're going back to fourth. Now it's one of those corners again, it's better to brake a bit early and then carry speed through here. Again, braking probably has time to see the apex, but you can carry a lot of speed in there, and I think it's one of the spots where the fast guys are really sort of finding time on us. Staying tight so you can get on the gas early, easy to sweep wide there. I'm braking as soon as I can see sort of the back end of the apex. Back to third, carrying speed up here, and then I'm short shifting back to second so that I can accelerate down the hill. Oh, snappy. Shifting about halfway along that curb on the right there, a little bit deep, and then get back on it. Little lift maybe to keep the car stable over the bump, and then you're flying through. And that is pretty close to a lap here. Now see if I can stay tight and really stay on the throttle nut. See, as soon as you get off the line, you have to get out of it, or you can run wide, like I've just done. And here's the jump. I'll show you guys this while we're here. So you don't want to do that. Alright, let's try that again. Now, normally I'd probably restart the video, but I reckon that almost is a perfect example of what could happen to you in the race. So I might, for the first time, actually leave this in, and I'll do a second out lap. So, it's quite an interesting track. If you run wide there, yeah, don't keep going on accelerator because you'll end up in the pits. Alright, what we might do is just go a bit quicker here rather than doing a slower out lap. But and you see, as soon as I got offline on that on those last couple of straights around the back, well, corners, but flat out corners, that's where, you know, you've got to get out of it early. Because if you get out of the dirt, you're gone. And I'll tell you now, in SRW, I think the first race I made quite a few mistakes. And the second one I was still, even concentrating on it, still managed to make 2 mistakes like that where I ran off at that last corner. Alright, so let's try this again. See, if you get your line right, there's probably not enough grip out here. Alright, so I'm probably lining up maybe the edge of that orange fence so I can really get on it here and accelerate. Easy to run wide there as well. Alright, so let's try this again. So we're looking for that third post. Back to second. Trying to carry speed through and get on the gas. It's easy to float wide, so be careful again. Let's really carry some speed in here. Try and go in a bit harder, because I reckon that's where I was giving up time to the faster guys. Now here, see, I've got a bit wide, and it's really easy to go out there. That's probably cost me a tenth or two. Alright, oi. Nice little slide into the corner. Back to second. Right. Try and stay tight here because you can get on the gas, you can get a pretty good run through here, and I didn't have to lift quite as much coming over the hill there because I got a bit better line. Now I'm sure that you guys are already seeing where I'm sort of making a few errors. Might just lift a little here so we can stay tighter and then get back on it. There we go. Try and use a bit wider line if I can this time. Okay, that wasn't too bad. And we'll have a look sort of what time we put on the board there. And then the 16s. Oh, 16 flow. Oh, I've got outbroke myself. So there's another problem. See that? Look at all the speed I've had to wash out. Because I was too busy looking at the time I was going to do rather than looking at my braking zone. Or staying fourth. I've pretty much ruined this lap already. I think I was getting down into the 15s in SRW, and I think I've managed a 14, and the quick guys will be doing 13s around here, so some crazy times. Don't know if quite the grip level's there, but it does look fairly rubbered up. Alright, so what we'll do is I might bring it around once more. And we'll show you the pit entry. So I'm trying to take a wide line so I can really carry speed through there. And there's your pit entry on the left hand side, and as you can see it's sort of when you're trying to get back on the gas. Alright, so let's see how we go so we can pay attention to those markers. You see there, I gave up almost 3/4 of a second by the mistake that I made the first time around. Trying to carry a bit more speed through here. Let's keep it tight so we can get on the gas early. Or just about. I don't think there's any more room to move there. And that all up over the curb a little. There we go, there's a better run over the hill. Alright, and we're already about 3 or 4 tenths up, so should have been in the 15s probably somewhere. Alright, well we'll show you the pit entry here. Now the key to that is to basically be braking just before you get into the side road. So we'll line up the side road here and braking just before we enter it.
Watch your speed.
And we just got under the speed limit there to get into the pits without getting a penalty. Now I know a few guys struggle with that in SRW, so it's just another thing to be aware of. But yeah, you're carrying a lot of speed coming through that corner, getting on the gas, so it's easy to make that mistake.
1. Right here.
Alright, well guys, I think that was an eventful track guide. The first laps I've done here for a week or so, but it is a fun track to drive, very much like Oran Park. I think it's got that roller coaster style feel to it, but lots of danger out there, and I'm sure you're all going to have your moments this week. Anyway guys, this is Cowy, Average Sim Racer signing off. If you are enjoying the content, please give me a like and subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Cheers.